Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another Hitman update video. This will be reading out the patch notes and all that kind of stuff, and we're covering what's going to be included in the update that came today. So, my name is Mr. Freeze2244, just in case you didn't know already. And yeah, let's get into the things and all the new stuff, or fixes, or so-called fixes. Anyway, so today, and in today's update, says the Hitman 2 February game update is just around the corner and brings quality of life changes, AI tweaks, menu updates, and slight gameplay adjustments, as well as bug fixes. We've split the update into two sections this month to highlight what's new and changed versus the outright bug fixes. We also want to give a huge shout out to everyone in our community that is, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's just go straight into the game update. Legacy location lighting. We've made some lighting enhancements for legacy locations, including HDR adaptation, color grading, and glow/bloom settings. Here's what to expect: a higher dynamic range, overall higher contrast, providing a more detailed and dramatic image, better control bloom and flare, minor tweaks to the sun and sky colors and their relative intensity. Hopefully this includes Marrakesh. When you come out the parking lot and you open the door, the glow is so strong. You should actually see it. It's like a, well, you should see it for yourself. Hopefully they've changed that, so you probably won't even notice now. But and what it seems to they've really done really is, when in regular season 1 it was much more brighter and more vagrant. Now it seems like they've just gone back to that rather than the dark, gloomy settings that it looked like in Hitman 2. Moving on, so inventory loadout sorting. So we've added inventory categories to make it easy to find and choose the items you want to take into the mission. Loadout selections will be sorted into tabs, melee, explosive, etc., and they can be individually selected. I think this is a good change overall. It does make things a little bit more easy. I've just tested it a little bit earlier, and it does make things a lot more, makes more sense. Like if you want to get a sniper rifle smuggled into the mission, so you screw it straight to the sniper rifles tabs, and there you go. It does make it a little bit more easier, some more quality of life change there. NPC knockout. We've changed the minimap icon for an unconscious NPC. It was previously a white dot and looked too much like an enforcer. Now it mimics the heads up display icon you can see above an unconscious NPC in game. So when you knock someone out, it usually has like a dot, and it's got like several dots like circling around above their head to indicate that they're knocked out. But on the minimap it would be like a bright white dot to make it look like it's an enforcer when it's not. So you can never really differentiate between the two, and it always caused a little bit of confusion there. So that's a nice quality of life change as well. The next thing I was initially excited about, because if you didn't know, like if you've been on the channel for quite a long time now, a couple of years ago I made like a bit of a rant video, and it actually got quite popular, got quite a lot of views on that video actually. But it was just basically me ranting and complaining about the sniper system. Basically, originally when the game first came out, if you took a shot with a suppressed sniper rifle, they didn't know where your location was, and you could get away with the sniper shot. Whereas, and then they changed it, which they said it was a mistaken change, to the fact that they would just storm straight to your direction as soon as you take the shot. And they didn't get around to fixing this problem, and in the end they just let it be. And since then I've been asking and praying that they'll eventually come back to the point where if you actually took the shot of a sniper rifle, they wouldn't instantly know where you were. Purely because you've got a suppressed sniper rifle, how can you understand exactly what spot they were shooting from? They would immediately come straight to your location, exactly the location, or they would basically just lay off a heavy fire in that direction into exactly where you are. Which made it made a lot of the sniper assassin challenges a lot more difficult than they should have been. I think sniping in this game should be more fun. Now it wasn't. It just became not fun at all, purely because of this thing. You know, what's the point? Like, you will snipe someone and they instantly know where you are. Again, it just ruined the fun for me. You could say it's realistic. I don't really care. I'm playing a video game. I don't want every single thing to be exactly like it is in real life. I don't care. I want to have fun in the game, and it felt to me that them rushing toward your location, it just took the whole point of sniping out of it for me. And in this one, they've basically said sniper shot location, and we've made a change to how NPCs react to weapon fire when they haven't seen 47 take the shot. Previously, guards would sometimes immediately approach the location that the shot was taken from and search. They may also suppress that location with gunfire too. Now, they will start by searching at the place that bullet landed, and then start to figure out where the shot came from. They will only look at where the shot was fired from if they have a line of sight to it. Depending on the circumstances, they may also suppress the location and begin to move forwards towards it. It's important to note that 47 can be compromised according to the normal game rules. One of the NPCs should get close and spot him near the location where the shot originated from, and then can link him to the crime. The complexity of our game in its various potential states makes it difficult to give a full explanation of all the possible scenarios and reactions that could play out. However, we expect that this change will reduce any confusion about how and when 47 is spotted / compromised when engaging in long distances, especially the unfair feeling that the guys instantly know where 47 is after firing a shot. Again, this was my original complaint in the first place, so after testing it, has anything changed? Well, take a look.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
What's actually confusing at this point is it says gunshot heard. Now, that is bullshit. They didn't hear no gunshot at all, because how can they when I'm using subsonic rounds with a suppressed sniper rifle with the Sega 300 Ghost? Is it fixed? Not 100%. As you have seen there, they basically hold back. All they're basically doing is just delaying what happened before. So instead of them rushing to your location straight away, they'll just delay it for like 10 seconds. Is it a fix? In my opinion, not really, but hopefully it just makes things a little bit more easier for when it comes to doing Sniper Assassin on Colorado, for example. But if you are looking to do a Sniper Assassin from that water tower in a traditional sniper spot, then good luck. Next up on the update list, we have EMP disarming. It says we made a change to how the remote EMP charge is disarmed. Previously, it would be activated / triggered whilst being carried by an NPC, and it would be disarmed when the NPC secures it in a weapons locker. Now, the EMP can be triggered at any point and will not be disarmed to allow for more unique gameplay opportunities. And again, that's another nice quality of life change and all that kind of stuff. Challenge removal. I've already discussed this before in a previous video, but challenge removal. We've removed 3 challenges from the Isle of Scale: All the King's Men, Making Waves, and No Budget for a Railing. After a sweep of the challenges in the game, we think that these particular challenges encourage the killing of multiple non-targets, and they are not fun to complete. We've also factored community feedback into the decision. Players who have already unlocked these challenges will retain their XP and progression, but each challenge will be removed and the overall number of challenges will be reduced. This was previously communicated to our players on our Twitter account and the February Roadmap blog post. Okay, so if you haven't heard me discuss this, I think I've actually talked about this in a stream, I'm not completely sure now, but I'm going to say it again. Them removing these challenges and not replacing them doesn't really make that much sense to me, and their excuse to say that it encourages killing of multiple non-targets. Well, if you take a look back at our just recent new challenge pack we just got in Colombia, it encourages 11 non-target kills. I really do not understand the logic behind removing these challenges and then putting a challenge pack that encourages exactly what you're against a week later. You know, it's contradicting. Also, what about the challenges of King of the Castle? That encourages multiple non-target kills as well. There's several challenges at that in our scale that encourage multiple kills, and also the fact that it crashes your console, killing multiple non-targets as well. It's not fun. I don't know why developers thought killing 47 people and throwing them in the ocean was fun in the first place. I don't know, but they've removed it anyway. What's the point of removing it at the end of the day? Because, you know, it just means you don't get to play the challenge at all. And if you get to play a replacement challenge, then that's been great. But the fact that you're just removing it, then I don't know. If you're going by that logic, there's a lot more challenges in the game that should be removed. But again, that's just me. But it's just my opinion. Next up, we've got Steady Aim. We've added the Steady Aim trait back to the Silver Baller and Silver Baller Mark II, and we've also reverted the menu images for these two guns back to silver. They actually kind of look white in the image. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, originally they look black in the picture previously. I'm not sure why that was done, but anyway. Rubber Duck Detonator. We've added a new heads-up display image for the Rubber Duck Detonator. Great. Matthias. I don't know how to pronounce that word. We've added the guard added in master difficulty on the roof next to the headmaster in Marrakesh is now a better guard, a tiny bit better. I don't really know what that means by better. Better meaning more difficult. He's an enforcer to every cunt on the map. What does that mean? Better. 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 Okay, Meaty Bone. We've added the Meaty Bone and Sacrificial Knife as options for the loadout. These unlockables could only be previously taken on a mission through an agency pickup. I've had a lot of these complaints in my videos as well. People are saying that they've unlocked it, but they can't actually use it in the missions, and I was always confused about why, because I've always seen it in my inventory. But it just, maybe I've just seen it from these agency pickups, and that must have been it, because Broadsword is another one as well, which it mentions after that. It says Red Rick's Broadsword. We've moved the broadsword and mace into the weapons category in the inventory. Previously they were tagged as gear, so again that's another change. Contract Apprentice. We've added a new image for the measuring tape. The Concept 5. We've made a change to the damage drop off the Concept 5 pistol, which is the Miami Mastery unlock, which was too low after a range of about 50 meters. The damage for this gun is now being increased when fired at range. To me, that's not what the change needed for the gun. I wanted the Concept 5 to act like it was in-game. In-game, it had a massive, incredible fire rate on that little robot thing. But when we actually unlocked it, it was embarrassing. It almost looked like a semi-auto pistol. It was like bang, bang, bang. It was very disappointing. I wanted the gun to be like RoboCop's gun. That would have been cool. But in the end, it turned out to be very much of a disappointment of an unlock. But yeah, if you were one of the people that complained about the range of the Concept 5, they have adjusted it and made it much longer. So anyway, landslide CCTV. We've given additional clearances to the guard in the security room in the landslide bonus mission, so that he'll now react when 47 is caught trespassing by a security camera. I'm guessing he just didn't care before. A reanimated score. We've adjusted the mission and rating screen and only show the score animation once. Previously the animation would play and then play again after returning to the detailed score page. Now it will only play it the first time. Okay. Colombian clothing. We've been given one NPC near the default location in Santa Fortuna a new set of clothes because he's got a twin nearby, and their choice of clothing made it difficult to tell them apart in contract mode. Alright. It's just these little tiny changes that doesn't really affect the gamer as such, unless you're playing contracts, really. The next one says Enforce Yourself. It says, we've added Gunther Mueller and Spencer Green as enforcers for themselves in Whittleton Creek. I don't know exactly what that even means. Priceless. We've added a new version of the Priceless challenge to Whittleton Creek. This time you'll need to deliver the package for Mr. Batty and then find a way to make him go Batty. Originally, if you wasn't around at the start of this, when Hitman 2 was released, there was a challenge where you had to destroy this package that was supposed to be for Mr. Batty, and there was no way to destroy it, and people would try blowing it up, throwing it in the river, throwing it in a manhole, doing whatever they could, shoot it, everything, but it would not work. And then eventually what they did instead is just removed the challenge completely. Now they put it back in and they've changed the challenge up, which is a nice change. Next up, we got the game update. It says, what's changing? It says static guards. We've fixed an issue where it would cause guards to get stuck in an alerted state. If 47 triggers the alerted state, then changes to disguise without the guards noticing, the guards could then get stuck. I haven't personally noticed that, but again, it's a nice little fix. Clothing options. We've fixed an issue that would make it impossible for 47 to take a disguise from a container that had two bodies placed inside. That can be a little bit tricky. I have noticed that before myself. Discover challenges. We've fixed an issue that could prevent the discover location challenges from unlocking. This is a complaint I've heard quite a lot from other people, saying that they've gone everywhere on the map and the challenges aren't unlocking from them, even though they've gone everywhere to discover all these locations. so I'm glad that's being fixed. Frisk detection, we've fixed an issue where concealable items such as the custom 5mm pistol or concealable baton would be labelled as detected during frisk when inside a briefcase. Remember Jeff, so we've fixed an issue where the NPCs that kill themselves or are killed by other NPCs would prevent the silent assassin rate from being awarded. Wow, I didn't know that. That would be a little bit annoying. Especially in Bangkok when Jordan Cross would push Bob... would push the other guy out the window. Yeah, that would suck if you lost your silent assassin rating there. Especially when it would have been an accident kill, surely. Anyway, next we've got closed doors. So we've fixed an issue where 47 would sometimes not be able to close doors from the side/behind. This was previously possible prior to the 2.12 update, and now has been rightly reintroduced. Guns out, we fixed an issue where it could reliably cause a crash if 47 retrieves a large weapon from a briefcase that already holding another identical weapon. These are just basically crash fixes, really. Remote concussion, we fixed a visual issue with the images used for a remote concussion device and the remote explosive device. We've fixed a notebook image and added a custom heads-up display image. Taser triggers, we've fixed an issue where tasers would not be insta-destroyed when used to trigger an accident with gas leak or a flammable liquid. They've also been insta-destroyed when used to trigger an accident with water and will continue to do so. Right. That's another thing I didn't really notice myself. I don't really play the game enough anymore. That's the thing, to notice all these little things that's going on with the game. I hear a lot of complaints in the comments about these things. That's all I hear from, really. The Maelstrom mission. So we fixed an issue that would cause the contract mission stories in Mumbai to fail if 47 discovers the identity of the Maelstrom before starting them. We fixed an issue that where Catalina would walk between the balcony and Rico's office endlessly if 47 doesn't follow her path and runs instead of straight to Rico's office. Now the rest of the fixes are just minor, really, and not that much game changing. So I'm going to move on to the next part, which is the Ghost Mode improvements. Ghost Mode game rules. We've added a game rules tile to the lobby to make it easier to learn what Ghost Mode is all about. End game statistics. We've added game stats to the end screen score. What the fuck am I talking about? We've added game stats to the end game score screen, as well as the final score. Try and say that 10 times fast. End game score screen. As well as the final score, you will now get an overview of various statistics such as deaths, NPC kills, disguises used, etc. That's a nice little change there. Ghost tips. We've added two new loading tips for the Ghost Mode about item drops and notice kills. I'm hoping they actually add more maps to this Ghost Mode, because it is kind of a fun game to play. However, it does have its issues. But I would like to see on other maps as well. I mean, is it still in beta? I think it's still in beta right now. But I'd like to see no new things added, instead of just like these little stuff. And they're minor things, really. They are slight improvements, but they're minor things. PC specific improvements, okay? We've added scroll wheel functionality to the destination and campaign pages that allows players to scroll through these menus with the mouse cursor is placed in the lower half of the screen. Scrolling will change the displayed location, but will only change the selection if the cursor is placed on the location name. So that just about covers all the stuff that's come in this update, but they just have some known issues here at the bottom, just to make sure you're aware of what they know about. It says we've listed some of the game's known issues below, so that you know that we're aware. We've always got our eyes on the technical support and bug report threads on the forums and Reddit too, so if you've reported something there, we almost definitely know about it. It says we are aware that players on PC are experiencing the issues with this number related crash, and we're working on a solution for this with our friends and partners at Nvidia. I've heard this complaint a lot from my fellow peers, and yeah, it's been a big one for PC players, this one, so hopefully they get this sorted out. So we are aware of reports from our community that the 47 wears disguises with sunglasses. The glasses don't reflect in mirrors, and this is done intentionally for performance reasons and won't be changed. So if he's wearing sunglasses, you'll look in the mirror and it looks like he's wearing a normal pair of glasses. I can understand why they won't change that. So we have received reports for the manhole challenge in Whittleton Creek that doesn't unlock when completed in contracts mode. This is because it was never intended to be available in contracts mode and was mislabeled. As of 2.14, we've moved the challenge to only be visible under another live story mission to clear up this confusion. When getting frisked with the briefcase, it can sometimes result in an animation where the briefcase clips through the 47's legs, and it's just a visual issue and will be fixed in the future. The Shaska A33 rifle has barely audible sound effects when fired by NPCs, and this will be fixed in a future update. Nowhere did they say anything about the trespassing situations and that stuff though. I really do want them to go into more detail about this stuff. Are they actually going to fix this, or are they actually going to explain in more detail about the rules of the new trespassing system? Because honestly, we just don't know at this point. Also, I would like you know, an in-game stats that's on the screen, like a statman kind of thing on the screen. They did say something on Twitter like that they're working on it. Hopefully that they should. I wish they mentioned that, because that means really would have confirmed it. But hopefully that's a new change that will come out in the future. But that's pretty much going to cover this entire update video. So hopefully, you know, thank you for being patient with me, reading all this stuff throughout for you. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are on these changes, and let me know your experiences on the new sniper update as well. I know a lot of people have been having a lot of troubles with the sniper assassin on Colorado. So those of you that are going to be trying it new recently, let me know in the comments how it feels now. Is it better? Can you actually do it now, or do you still get instantly spotted? I only chose that one example there for the water tower because I know for a fact before this was changed, that worked. You know, sniping from that tower, you should be able to get 4 targets from that tower, and I used to be able to get sniper assassins from that tower. Now, even today, even after this update, it doesn't work. So you can get sniper assassin a different way. However, I used that one example because I knew it worked before. So that's why. But let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions on this update, and yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this one. So again, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video and share it out, and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. Consider supporting me on Patreon, or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below, or clicking the link in the description, and you get a little badge next to your name in the comments as well, which is pretty cool, and you get some emotes and stuff like that for use in live streams. They've also moved the elusive target up another week. So instead of getting it this Friday, we're actually getting it next Friday, which I think is the 8th of March, I think. I'm not completely sure on that date completely. But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.